Hi guys, this is my first video on YouTube. So I wanted the first video to be an introduction about myself. I'm Carrie. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. Um, I've always looked at videos on YouTube from Aunt Batsmaster to Beatrice Steinberg to Britpop Princess Patricia Bright. Um, oh my god, how can I forget the infamous Nikki and Jamie? They're awesome. So as I was looking at a lot of those videos, it really inspired me for me to finally make my own. Even if it's just a vlog that no one reads, at least I can say I've done it for myself. And something I can go back and look on in a few years and just laugh and say, wow, that was me. I really inspired myself by watching it 5 years later or something. You know, something just silly and corny. Okay, so I'm a male to female transgender, and it's taken me so much to get to where I am today. I remember being 12 years old, going into my local beauty supply store, looking at all of these wigs, thinking, wow, $30 for this wig. A wig would turn me into a woman. That's what I thought then. But I remember getting my first wig. It was a hideous black wig, black synthetic wig, just absolutely hideous. Did nothing for my face. And at 12 years old, you could look like any gender you want to. No facial hair, no anything you have to go through. You just simply put the wig on, arch those bushy eyebrows. You're a girl in your eyes. And that's exactly what I was. So my mother soon found out that I was cross-dressing, as I was an idiot. I used to put on all her clothes and dress up while she was at work. I used to leave deodorant stains in all her black shirts. And I used to be so embarrassed about it when she used to ask me. I said, well, maybe you wore it and you just don't remember. Now that was a lie. um, so then I remember her taking me to a psych facility trying to get me evaluated for cross-dressing. They couldn't do anything, so they put me in an outpatient group therapy thing where I was in a room and I had to talk about why I cross-dressed with a room full of other youth. Everyone else was there from running away, stealing, not going to school, smoking weed, drinking beer, and here I am just for simply cross-dressing. That was really odd. So I remember the therapist lady who ran the whole group facility thing tried to call me out on it and try to show me that it was wrong and all that stuff. And so they kept me because I'm not going to let you sit there and then talk about my life, something that means so much to me, and then do that? No. So they put me in inpatient for 2 whole weeks and they diagnosed me with all of this stuff. Multiple personality disorder, schizophrenia. How do I have schizophrenia? I don't see or hear things that aren't real except for in my dreams. And to me, I think dreams are real. They mean something sometimes. What else did they do? Multiple personality disorder, schizophrenia, and bipolar. I think everyone in America is bipolar to a certain extent. Um, so then my mother, she knew that they'd accept me for cross-dressing, so she would do it each and every time she could. And so I just totally got fed up with it. I told myself, well, I just might as well be my whole self then. Hell, they might as well accept me now. So I remember her not coming to pick me up one of the times I went. I was stuck there for 82 days. Um, while I was there, I had to spend Christmas there. I had to spend Easter there at one point. And it was really close one year until I almost had to spend Christmas there.
It's 8 o'clock.
Which means I've been there way more than 4 times. 5 to be exact. And the last time I was there for 82 days, she never came to pick me up. They couldn't find a foster home that was going to accept me for being gay, and I finally got an interview with the foster family, who were really nice. They were an older African American couple who lived on the south side of Chicago. They were really nice to me, and as I went to the home, I never thought of foster care being what's so standard and typical to most people. You think like, oh, you just go to a foster home and all that stuff. I really never knew it was an actual house. I was 13, so forgive me for being ignorant. I didn't know it was an actual house with other people who lived there. So my thing of foster care I kind of thought was a group home type setting is what I thought. I didn't know that they both were that much different. So it was pretty much the way a foster home is. It's like you walk down a street, 45 houses down, turn left, go 3 doors down, and you stay with this person at this house. This 45 houses down, or turn later, and then 4 doors down, or whatever. You're living with that person. You have to sleep there. You have to eat the foods they eat. You really have no say so in it when you're only 13 years old. And I was there. I cried each and every day because I just couldn't figure out what was so wrong with me that my mother didn't want me anymore. And it really messed with my self-esteem to the point that I did think, not act, thought about suicide. And I just thought, maybe if I die or something, or if somebody just killed me, maybe it'd just hurt her so bad to just know all of the hurt she put me through. It's so hard when you know you're going through foster care, all because of a lifestyle that you must live in order for you to be happy. So I spent a year in foster care. Very different, difficult, but I did grow to like the people, the two other foster youth who were there, the foster parent, her family, everything. And it was just like they had a really great family because they did stuff together. They made sure they spent the time they needed to be with one another. It was just nice. So a year later, my grandmother, she started doing her foster parent training. She got her foster parenting license, and I switched foster homes from non-relative to relative foster care and lived with my grandma. And it was right when I graduated 8th grade in 2007. And I went to high school where everyone made fun of me because I was gay. I act white. I always had money, and I didn't eat the school lunch because, I'm sorry, I'm very picky about my food, and I'm not going to eat pizza every single day, and I'm not drinking chocolate milk. Especially if I didn't put the chocolate syrup in it. It tastes funny. So they talked about me, but I didn't care. So like, people always had something to say, and it was always because I was white. How am I white and I'm darker than most of the people inside of the school? But I just pretty much, I enjoyed the whole white compliments because I didn't take it personally. I thought it was meaning I was smart. I enunciated my words correctly. I spoke proper English. I didn't do slang. I didn't do drugs. I had no idea about anything too much. And I don't know. They noticed that I was confident, so eventually it was just like, oh, there's Carrie. I didn't transition yet, was just white, but like really cool and funny and all that stuff. So my sense of humor, my confidence and everything made me popular within a few months of my first freshman year. Then I went out into sophomore year where I caught the flu. And I remember I missed all of these days of school. All my friends always called to check up on me and stuff. And I remember I got like 3 voicemails telling me, oh my God, Carrie, we have a new gay student in school. And he's like super duper feminine. I can't wait until you come back to school to see him. And so I didn't like the person at first because, as we all know, some gay and transgender people are very mean and snotty. And some of the attitudes are just totally uncalled for. So I always had like a bad thing with gay and transgender people because they were always so mean to me. Like, you smile at them, they want to know what the fuck are you smiling at. It's not a such thing as saying, oh, you look so beautiful. They take it so personal. It's so sad that I have to be a part of that same thing, and I have like a super duper bubbly personality. So as I went to school, me and a person, we did eventually meet because everyone told him all about me, just like they told me all about him. And we both were talking like, oh yeah, I do drag only outside of school each and every day. And we said, so when are we going to do it for school? So our plan was to do it together in February, which was like right after our Christmas break. And oh, he beat me to it. He did it like a week earlier, and everyone was just so shocked. And he said, oh my God, Carrie, when are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? So I eventually went. And I was so nervous because I had to take like a bus from the southwest side of Chicago to the southeast side of Chicago, which was a pretty nice 30-minute bus ride. And I had to pass all of these other schools. I think I passed 4 high schools in order for me to get to school. So I'm getting on a bus full of high school kids from other schools that I don't know. And all I can think about is like, oh my God, I'm going to be taunted, teased, and humiliated. And it really didn't happen. And so once I got to school, my first day dressing as my true self, everyone was just so shocked at how cute I looked. They all loved the way I chose to um, wear my uniform. And I did get hail from the guys, but I didn't care. They still respected me enough, though. Um, what else? It was just so much fun. I was still popular, and then the guys in the neighborhood knew me as the faggot with the 8-inch heels, as I thought that heels are very feminine. Every girl should have a pair of heels. Every girl should know how to walk in a pair of heels. So that was my thing. I said, well, in high school, you don't see very many girls walking down the hallway in heels. Except for me. Um, what else? Oh my God, I can't think of anything else now. Oh, and so then prom came, of course, for senior year, and everyone was just so curious on what was I gonna wear. So I had this cute outfit in mind, a very tall pair of stiletto heels, platforms, of course. I will look in my mind, skinny tuxedo pant, cute tuxedo jacket, women's, of course, and a cute button-down shirt and great simple jewelry, stud earrings, and some really cute long curly hair. When I say long, I don't mean long, long. I mean something like this length, just like curled and really cute and basic. Um, but I couldn't find a place to do like a cheap tuxedo rental. Um, so I eventually started going prom dress shopping with one of my DCFS workers, and we found my prom dress at Charlotte Russe in Skokie, Illinois. I was like 19 something dollars. It fit, it was perfect, it was pretty, and it was pink. I truly enjoyed the way I looked. No one at prom knew who I was because I told myself, don't draw attention to yourself. Just go in, let the dress just flow, find a table, sit alone, see who approaches you first, see who notices you. It took one boy to notice me, who told me he was gonna ask me my name because he didn't know who I was. And he told everyone, and so everyone was my best friend at prom. My grandma has pictures up in the living room of me in my prom dress, like right before I left the house, and I thought it was just so cute, and I'm just dying to see someone else's experience. I want to see you young transgender people post like pictures of your prom, of you in a dress. Don't go to prom as a guy to make your parents happy. Don't go to prom as a guy because you're scared. Go to prom, be yourself, be confident, be you always. Because where I am right now in my life is wonderful. When I was making this video, it took me 2 days to make this, so yesterday was January 7th, today is January 8th. I couldn't think of what to talk about. I couldn't think of how I wanted to look. I couldn't think about how I wanted to put my makeup on flawlessly and just look 100% perfect. I couldn't think of how I wanted my hair to be just laid so straight and perfect and all of that. And I thought about it. You get perfection from everyone on YouTube. I don't want to be one of those people. I want to be the person who puts on this huge oversized sweatshirt that's literally a 3X. It's not even a medium that's supposed to even look big. That's like comfy. One sleeve is rolled up higher. My hair is pretty much not combed. My earrings are cute, I think. My nails are like chipped, everything. But I don't care about that. I care about the message I just want to send out to people. And even though I've been talking for the last 14 minutes, I just want you all to do something that's going to make you happy. Be yourself. Don't worry about what other people have to say. Don't worry about using the labels transgender. If you're not transgender and you're just a cross-dresser, it doesn't matter. Labels are here so society can judge us. That's all it is. Because I'm sure when you look in the mirror, you're not going to say, wow, I'm like a really cute transgender person. I never say that to myself. What I always say to myself when I look in the mirror is like, you go, girl. Because I know if it didn't take a whole lot of courage and bravery, I probably would have some type of crew cut or something by now. But I'm extremely happy in who I am. And the one person who I do have to say I'm so thankful for is Wendy Williams. The reason I love Wendy so much is because she's so open about her wigs. A lot of women aren't. I'm extremely open about mine. Like, when I went out on a date with my boyfriend, I told him, I said, oh, do you like my wig? And he laughed because he said, I didn't even know it was a wig. He's of a different race, too. So, that might have something to do with it. But, what did he tell me? He told me, oh, he said he thought it was my real hair or whatever. And I thought, like, you don't even see a scalp. Did you see my little baby hair I added? But, yeah, be yourself. Do what makes you happy. Because something I remember telling my grandma when she was talking about the safety and all that stuff, you know, think about what Martin Luther King did. He wanted us all to be equal. He lost his life just to give his speech and to be heard. And what I told my grandma is I want to be like Martin Luther King. That means I have to lose my life because I want to be who I truly am. Let it be. And she thought it was the stupidest thing in the world, but I explained to her. I said, you always talk about God and you believe in God and all that stuff, right? This is how you always get people. You're always going to have religion thrown in your face. I asked her, I said, how do you know that's just not a part of God's will and I'm just not prolonging life by not doing exactly what I want to do? Because God never makes mistakes. At least that's what we've all been told. So once I told her that, that's something totally different. So once again, be yourself. I don't want you to like my video. I don't want you to comment on my video. I don't want you to subscribe on my video. But if you want to, feel free to. All the negative comments, I'm just going to read them and laugh, just to be honest. Because I think it takes a lot to sit here and think what you want to talk to the world about on YouTube. Even though the whole world might not watch it, but who cares what one comment has to say? I know one thing, someone's going to watch my video and feel somewhat empowered by something, I hope. If not, I'll never do another video. So, simple as that. You guys take care and enjoy and have a wonderful 2014.